Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I am Kristen, also known as Lovely Kristen. I am a first year teacher. I teach kindergarten. And yeah, welcome to a new vlog. Good morning, y'all. I'm in my car on the way to work. I just wanted to start this vlog off by saying that I was really upset this morning when I opened my costume and there was no shirt. Yeah, I was starting to drop, but anyways, it came with 6 pieces. It was supposed to come with 6 pieces: the shirt, the tutu, the headband, this, and the tail, right? And it didn't come with the shirt. And I remember opening it up and looking at it and everything, but I just did not notice that the shirt was missing at the time. I think I was so excited. There was a lot going on around me that I just didn't think about it, but I did this instead to try to make it work. So it's all good. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, it's about the kids, so let me just make the most of this regardless. It's about the kids and them dressing up, having a good time. So it's not that big of a deal, because I told my students if they couldn't find a Dalmatian costume, that they could just wear black and white. And so I'm like, there's no need for me to make a big deal. So yeah. Hey, look at you!
Remember his ears are the softest part? Yeah.
So cool! Put your hands, touch them, pet them. Let me see you pet them. Oh, look at there. To film for you guys this week. I'm about to erase some stuff off from my board. One of my sweet 4th graders, let me just show you real quick. One of my sweet, well, she's 5th grade now, but she was in 4th grade last year. She just always leaves me the cutest little messages on my board. She's so sweet. So yeah, I'm just about to erase. I meant to grab my tripod this morning, but I didn't, so this is what we got. This is one thing that I forgot to show you guys. When we did our 101st day of school, we all dressed as Dalmatians, and I used this as like my classroom management. So if they got all their dog treats, then they were working for a movie day. We voted. Well, they voted as a class. I gave them 3 options. I think it was like movie day, brownies, and what was the other one? Extra recess. And they all voted for, well, most people voted for movie day. And so, but as you can see, they didn't get anywhere close. So that was that, because I knew the day was going to be crazy. So I definitely needed some kind of like, you know, motivation, incentive to get them to behave. It ended up being a pretty good day though. I'm gonna insert the footage at the end of this vlog so you guys can see what we did. Yeah, but because I knew it was gonna be a crazy day, I definitely needed some kind of motivation, some kind of incentive to get them to behave, because, oh, here's a little frizzy there, because I knew it was gonna be a crazy day, but it ended up being a pretty good day. hate that. Ended up being, it's always that little piece of hair. Ended up being a pretty good day though. I'm just about to take down the chairs and then pass out their computers and get started with the day. I will show you guys this morning as I prep their centers, get everything ready, what we're gonna be doing for centers today, for reading centers today. If my face looks red, it's because I had a really good cry this morning. I was listening to my worship music. I was in the zone and it took me there, and I'm feeling so good, so ready to take on the day. Sometimes you just have to cry, not because anything in particular is going on, just because sometimes you just need a good cry. I think that crying is very therapeutic, especially when you're listening to that feel-good music, that powerful music that just really motivates you and just, you know, makes you want to be better, makes you want to do better. And so, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to take on the day. But anyways, I want to show you guys my centers, my reading centers for this morning. So I'm going to show you guys that. And I'm going to get some things prepped. Okay. Let me sit just right here. I need to finish my croissant. It's kind of dark right here. I don't have a tripod. But anyways, for my kids who are struggling with beginning sounds, we're going to do this first. And I'm just going to have them use like a yellow crayon to just color in the beginning sound. And then we'll do this one. This is going to be my group. So for my lower group, each group will be working on something different based on their needs. It'll be modified in some kind of way, or, you know, for my advanced students, theirs will be a little bit more advanced. For my groups that are not quite able to write sentences on their own just yet, they're going to do this one where they draw the hand and then they label it. And then down here, they're gonna say the word, tap the word, map the word, and then write the word. And then they'll draw it again, label it again, and then they'll read the sentence. They'll try to read it. These are like all sight words, so they'll take turns reading. I see the hand, I like the hand, I am a hen, and they'll have to make sure that they leave a finger space and use a period. And so that's what some of my groups who aren't quite ready to write their own sentences will be doing. Now for my advanced students, they'll be drawing a picture and labeling. So they'll be drawing the same picture and labeling the picture, but they'll write their own sentences using the word hen. And so that's that. I really like those drawing and labeling and reading or either writing sentences using the word. I like those a lot. Also, everyone will be doing this. So this is from Tara West, but here's the little guide here, just CBC words. And this is the Valentine's Day edition, but basically they'll say the word, they'll tap it, they'll build it or map it, they'll map it, and then they'll write it. I'm gonna slip these in a dry erase pocket for them, and they can use a dry erase marker for that. And then, left one behind. So I'm about to do that right now. Okay, so I got these in a dry erase pocket. I went ahead and put 2 in each one to cut down on the amount of stuff, because I just don't like them to have too much stuff all over the tables unnecessarily, because they just get super distracted. And so I just like to keep things as organized as possible. And I actually took these out of, so short eye.
Can I need the water?
day. Oh, it's cold. Keep this on for a little bit. But I have like 15 minutes before my kids come down. I've got to go print some stuff, so I'll check in with you guys in just a little bit. And plus, I got to go clock in. So, I want to set you guys up again. Let me close my door. Just until I'm done filming, but I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so here's the version of the hen activity that I was showing you guys yesterday. So my group today, like, they need as simple as possible. So this is what they'll be doing. They'll draw it again, they'll trace it, and then they'll write it on their own. So that's what they'll be doing. If they have time, they'll do this one. So, and then my like middle groups, we're gonna do this because we started diagraphs. So we're gonna do this roll and read with shh. And so, like, they'll roll the dice, and then if whatever it lands on, we'll pick a word from that column to read. So each person will have a turn to roll the dice, and then they'll pick, so whichever one they land on, they'll pick a word from that column, and then they'll all highlight the word. And so that's what we'll do. And then if they're doing pretty good with that, then we can try to read this passage called The Ship, where they're still working with the sh sound, but they'll draw a picture of, it says illustrate the story here, and then we'll take turns reading. These are resources from UFly. One of my team teachers told me about UFly, and they have some really, really good resources on there. And then I want to talk to you guys about what we're doing for math centers today, because I didn't get to show you yesterday. It's just the second part of our day, like after lunch, is just always so hectic. And so filming anything after like lunch is just sometimes impossible. But I'll try to come back and show you guys what we're doing for math, because I feel like I never really show much of what we're doing for math. And so I want to make sure that I do that. So I'll try really, really hard to do that. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. I need to set up. Okay, y'all, so it's the end of the day. I wanted to come on and show you guys my math center. So in my group this week, I've been reteaching like fact families. So this is what we worked on today. So we did a few problems together using the whiteboards. And then once I felt like they were comfortable, I let them do this just as kind of like, and I'm hiding my student's name, just kind of like as a little test to see if they understood a little bit better. Most of them were able to get the addition really well, but it was the subtraction that they were kind of struggling with when it comes to the fact families. So I had them do this, and I put a green dot for the student that got them all right. Didn't seem to struggle any with this. I did have one student that I put a yellow dot at the top of his paper just because he was kind of struggling a little bit, needed a little bit more support, not really able to do this on his own. And so that's what I've been doing in my group. I've been by myself this week. So yesterday and today, I've been by myself. My peer has not been here. And so I have just been having to do just the one teacher-led group, and then all the rest of my groups be independent. And I don't know if I explained this when I talked about my reading groups, but with reading, I have my group. She's supposed to have a group, and then one independent group, and then two tech groups. So I don't know why I did that. That was so weird. And then two tech groups. So the 2 tech groups are just Lexia because it's reading time, so they work on Lexia. So for math, it's the same kind of a thing. Like I have a group, she has a group, 1 independent group, and then 2 tech groups, which would be, I was explaining, she has a group, I have a group, and then 1 independent group, and then 2 tech groups, and the 2 tech groups are IXL. And so, but because I've been by myself, I've had to keep reading and math, like centers, I've had to keep them pretty simple. So we just went back to doing like this. We did this pretty early on in the year. So just get them extra practice with like counting, tracing, writing their numbers. So tracing the numbers and then counting, filling in the 10 frames. So really easy. Most of my kids got that, but it's just something to where, especially my groups who have a really hard time, it's just something, it's just easy. I don't have to worry about them interrupting my group because obviously having the other teacher here helps a lot with distractions and, you know, providing that extra support. And so I just wanted something simple for math. And then the other group, they're just doing 2D shapes. So we're reviewing, we did this early on in the year too, but it's just a review. So they use Play-Doh to make the shape and then they trace over the name with a dry erase marker. So, and it tells them this animal is shaped like a star. So we went over what all of these are. This chip is shaped like a triangle and they make the shape with Play-Doh. And then I also included these. So they just put pieces of Play-Doh in each circle. So that's what they're doing. So it's more of these included as well. So just reviewing our 2D shapes and then also reviewing counting with 10 frames just to make it easy on me. I don't have to worry about students, especially because I don't have the other teacher in here to work with a group. I don't have to worry about them interrupting my group. It's something simple that they can just do on their own. It's just extra practice while I work with my group. And like I said, I'm reteaching families in small groups just to give students that more like one-on-one support to see if they'll get it a little bit better. And so that is what we're doing. Now, when hopefully my pair will return tomorrow. So when she returns, I'm probably going to see you tomorrow. So when she returns, I'll probably keep this one because the kids really like using the Play-Doh to make the shapes, and then it's just really good review because I'm about to start retesting them to see. Most of them have got their 2D shapes and we're working on like the 3D, but it's just still good practice, especially because I got some new students and it just gives them that practice that we've already done. And so it gives them that opportunity, and same thing with the 10 frames. But this is the one that I'm probably going to change tomorrow. She'll be back hopefully. And so she'll be working with a group. And so this will change. It'll be probably like addition or subtraction or maybe more family practice with her that she'll be doing. But I'll go ahead and keep this one. So yeah, that's probably how things are gonna switch up when she comes, just a little bit. So that's all I pretty much wanted to tell you guys. Is there anything else? Oh, for my group that worked with the 10 frames today, I took out like team numbers just because it's like my low group and I only wanted to keep it like numbers 1 through 10. So with a lot of my centers, I really think about ways that I can modify them to make them easier for like my lower groups. So I wouldn't need to give my kids that aren't comfortable with team numbers a completely different center. I just take out the team numbers and let them work with numbers 0 through 10 or 1 through 10. And so, yeah, that's just my like tip with centers, to just help make them like more manageable. It's just still being able to give each group something, but giving them something that works for their group. So something that isn't going to require them to need that extra support, especially if they're not in my group or in her group, they're working independently in the independent group, then it has to be something that they can do on their own and don't have to like sit there and struggle for 20 minutes. And so that's just kind of like where I am with centers. And then kids who are on the computer doing either Lexi or iExcel, I constantly look at that data to see, okay, well, this kid is struggling here, this kid is struggling there, and try to provide that extra support as well, because I don't want them struggling either. And so it's just, that's been the most challenging part, honestly, as a first year teacher, but then just as a teacher. That's been the most challenging part, is just managing centers and making them work for not only me, but for work for the students as well, because it has to be productive, it has to make sense, and it has to be where the kids are actually learning. I don't want just busy stuff to pass time by. I want them to actually benefit from these centers. I want them to actually be learning something from these centers. But anyways, I'm not gonna ramble too long. Let me get out of here. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a run through of what we've been doing in math, since I didn't get to talk to you guys about it earlier. So I've been getting so many compliments on these pants today that I'm wearing, which I've worn these quite a few times to work. I love them so much, but I just have one. Whoa! I jumped up way too fast, but I just have one this. Let's see if I can show you guys. Top with these pants. And I've gotten so many compliments. They are super cute, if I do say so myself. But anyways, I'm about to get out of here. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Whew, I just set up for the day. I am about to eat my breakfast. I stopped at Chick-fil-A and got me a sausage bowl. It looks really good. I've never had it before. Let me show it to you guys. So I got this, and then I got my favorite. I got the Greek yogurt parfait with granola. So my breakfast for this morning. I'm about to dig in. The kids are about to get ready to come down. So yeah, the kids are getting ready to come down. So I'm just about to eat. I didn't know if these earrings today was too much. This is what I'm wearing, and I have my boots. Let me show you guys. Still no tripod today. Excuse the dirty floors, but yeah, still no tripod today. But here are the boots that I'm wearing. What word? So y'all, it's the end of the day, and I'm changing a couple of things out in my room. Our life skill, I just changed that. If you guys don't know what life skills are, it's just like things that, like a different skill that we focus on each month with the kids. And all of these skills are things that they should be doing all year long, but we really just focus in on one particular skill each month. And then at the end of each month, we choose one person from each class who we felt like did a good job showing that skill. So like if it's like kindness, like for this month it was kindness. And so I chose one student from my class, and then all the other teachers did the same thing, who we felt like did a good job showing kindness. This month's life skill, well, it's still January, but tomorrow will start February. And so tomorrow will start February. Tomorrow will be February 1st. It's been a day if you can't tell. Tomorrow will be February the 1st. And so the life skill for February is tolerance. So I'll show it to you guys in a second. I just took my kindness poster down, and put up my tolerance poster. So I had another section dedicated to amazing work. As you can see, that bulletin board right there is where I put our amazing work. But then also right here on this closet here, I had amazing work there too. and also classroom jobs. And I'm just taking that down. It's not really, you know, useful. It doesn't really make sense. But so I'm getting rid of that and putting our touch point there. I don't know if you guys are familiar with touch math, but it's something that I learned about this year and something that our academic dean recommended that we start doing with the kids, just to help with like number fluency. And so I'll show you guys what it looks like. But anyways, it's been a day. I came to end the vlog and just to tell you guys that it's just been a really rough day for me. Like, at one point I was just looking around my class and just thinking to myself, I don't know if I can do another year of this, not in kindergarten. It's just so hard, so incredibly hard to teach them. They can't sit still. They can't stop making noises. It's just, it feels impossible. It feels impossible. And I know it's not. I know it's not impossible. I know it's very possible for kindergartners to behave and do what they're told, listen, follow directions, all of that. I just don't know if it's me, them, a combination of both. I just don't know, and it's just so hard to know because I'm a first-year teacher. I don't have anything to compare it to. Like, I can't say, well, this is normal. This is how it was with, you know, my first class. You know, I don't have any experience, so I don't have anything to compare it to. This is my first year working with, well, this is my first year teaching kindergarten. I've worked with kindergarten, you know, when I first started working as a parent, but it is just so rough. So rough. And I follow this other kindergarten teacher on Instagram, and she's always talking about how rough it's been for her this year too. I think she's been teaching for 3 years, and she says this has just been by far the roughest year for her. And she's saying like the same thing, like they just can't sit still. They won't stop making noises. It's like I'm trying to teach, but I'm having to stop to say, stop doing this, stop doing that. It's just constant. And after a while, it just gets really old. After a while, it gets so old, having to constantly repeat yourself. I can go on and on, but I'm trying to end this video because it's already like 22 minutes long, if not more. And so I need to just end this video, come back next week, hopefully on a positive note. So for the rest of the week, we're just gonna be finishing up our centers for the week. Yeah, we're doing science this week. I haven't talked to you guys much about science, so we're learning about living and non-living things. And my kids, they picked that up really quick. It's very simple. It's not very a hard concept for them to understand. And so that's what we've been doing in science. And yeah, so we're just gonna hopefully finish the week off strong with making sure we're consistent with getting these centers in. And that is it, guys. That is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate all of the support. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to film every week moving forward. Even if it's 2 or 3 days out of the week, like this week, I am going to make sure that I am filming weekly for you guys because it's something that I really want to do this year. I want to work on being more consistent on my YouTube channel. I love filming for you guys, and so that's definitely something that I am going to prioritize this year. So please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And real quick before I go, let me show you my tolerance poster and the touch math posters. This is what this side of the room looks like. Okay, so this is what we got. Love it. I went ahead and left the classroom jobs there. I don't know. We never use it, but we put our classroom jobs on our slides, but it is what it is. I like it though. So that's it. Again, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.